All right, welcome back to the 100K HQ. Massive show tonight. We've got Jeb, we've got Pring, the Patreon and the Discord are now live.
Every single same game multi within the 100K multi is now in the link in the Patreon. Easy to join. Jump on Instagram, go to Linktree. Even I can join, so get on it.
And to top it off, 3 people that join will all be winning a slab each, Jeb, a hat, or a bucket of KFC chicken. All of it delivered to your door. Make sure you get on. Enjoy. $2, guys. Let's go. You. Welcome back to the 100K Pod, Season 4, Episode 7. The Frankencoach has risen. The Kevin Sheehan of SuperCoach. This is unbelievable, guys. Welcome back to the 100K Pod, where each week we try and turn a bet of $10 into $100,000 from one single multi. Every week we get all of our best and favourite legs and put it into one multi to finally hit the Holy Grail. Jev, welcome back. How are you, my friend?
Das, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's good to be back. But Das, I need you to stop texting me off your Apple Watch. You text me saying, bring the quiz. And now I know you well enough, so I bought the beers because I knew that was what you meant. But in case you didn't mean that, I bought Pricey. Good to have you back, Frank.
Good to be back, boys.
That's good. That's well I did not know where that was going.
Well
Pricey, how are you, my good man?
Good to be back. Had a little baby, so it's good to get out of the house and talk about SuperCoach and betting and football.
Now we will be touching on the SuperCoach in a minute, boys. Now, Jev, before we get into it, good legs, bad legs. 15 out of 25 legs, not good enough.
Yeah, and it was basically my fault. I just went through my bad legs. So Rankin for 2, he only kicked 1. Higgins for 2, he only kicked 1. LDU for 25, he had 23. Cozzy for 2 and 15, he had 1 and 8. And then Parrish for 30, he only had 27. So it was basically all me.
Wow.
To be honest, you've got Morgs' bad legs.
Yeah, Tom Cruise had 2 for 15. That's the second time he's missed in 39, so not ideal. And North, 42 and a half, and they lost by 43. So
that's stiff. Yeah, I only had 2 bad ones. I had Alex Nilbullen for 15. He's usually an absolute. He loves the Anzac Day Eve. Did not get that. Only had 11. And Bailey Fritz, we anchored a lot of legs onto this, Jeff. Needed him for 2 goals. He only had 1 shot on the night. Yeah. He's usually getting about 4 to 5 looks a game. So obviously missed out on that. Jeff, did you get any good legs?
Yeah, I did. I had a couple. Not many. So I had Jeremy Cameron for 2 and 15. That is just a lock. Jack Sinclair for 25, one of the best bets in football. Nick Martin for a goal and Nick Dacos for 30. And I said he'd win the Anzac Day medal about 10 times, and he did.
Easy money. Morgs had Adelaide to win, they'll never in doubt, and Noah Q Cumberland for 1. So apparently he's got a bit of a piece.
He's very lively. I had Charlie Curnow for 3 goals. That was $1.99. That was crisp money. We had Paddy Cripps for 25, Lockie Weller for 20, Petrarca 25, and then DeGoey 20 and a goal. DeGoey's averaging just over that this year, Jeff, and will probably feature again in this week's multi. Morgs, he's been working behind the scenes. The Discord is now live. The Patreon is now live. We've got a million videos on that, so I don't really need to go into it from here, but we can't wait to get into that. Jev, the 10K Punters Club is back. Fucking stiff last week, but we're locked in.
So stiff, yeah. We had the only legs that cost us last week. We had Fritch for 2, he only kicked 1, and Darcy Parish for 30. He had 27. Apart from that, it was absolute gold. So we're ready to go again this week. We're going to have 100 people in before you know it, and I can't wait for this week's multi.
And now, we had hook, line, and sinker. Went through some stats, but also the biggest thing, the pyramid actually came back out.
Yeah.
Did you cop any backlash? Is there any names that people barked up your tree? I felt people asked for legs, asked for plays. They came in, and now other people are barking up the tree saying that they should be in the pyramid.
I'm still covering Collingwood fans for not having Nick Dacos high enough, but I reckon it's a bit of recency bias. It's the last game of the weekend we saw him get best on. No one's remembered Jeremy Cameron's 5, Bontempelli's best on, Clayton Oliver's best on. So I think I've got him right. I've got him in the top 4 players in the comp. Like, it's probably fair, isn't it, Pring?
Who do you have wrong?
No one.
Oh, a bit of Swans bias. Callum Mills is hanging on.
Callum Mills is hanging on, yeah. Tim English is knocking on the door. Isaac Rangan's knocking on the door. Caleb Sarong's knocking on the door. But I think Mills got a bit of pedigree behind him. Played in the grand final last year. Got a bit of currency. So I'm happy to stick with him for 3 more weeks. Sam Walsh is going to be knocking on the door after 3 weeks. If Mills has another shit 3 weeks, he's gone. I'm not that biased about the Swans.
Good.
No, I like it.
Anyone else?
No, I see some people just completely disagred with Cal Wilkie being in there.
Morgs is a bit confused about Cal Wilkie. If you actually watch, he's a gun defender, like a straight up gun defender. He's a very good footballer. He's in there. He's the best key position back in the game right now. You might as well have the best at a position in there.
And that's what the pyramid's good for, Jev.
Yeah.
It's on this year.
Yeah.
Who's done the best till round 6, and he probably deserves the spot in the
He
pyramid.
does.
Yeah.
Bring any other thoughts on the pyramid?
Nothing.
Fantastic. All right, here we go, boys. Jeff, here come the money is coming up next.
Straight
You
up,
are on a heater. I'm on a fucking... Oh, where's the coldest place on earth? This seat. 'Cause
Do you want to swap seats?
I'm putting in some shocking bets. And finally, boys, so the Pring is on. He's the Frankencoach, the SuperCoach guru. Talk us through it, Pring. How are we going?
Thanks all. Yeah, geez, tough start to the year. Traded my way out of a hole, which is good. Good for the brand. We've had a fair few people join the group, so we've finally locked that off. So we're announcing the prizes now. So we've been giving away $50 a week, which has been good. $100 buy-in, so people have nearly made their money back. And now we're going to announce the prize pool for the year. So in first prize, they'll take home 600 clams, 200 for second, and 100 for third. So it's pretty juicy.
$600 cash if you come first in this SuperCoach league.
Correct.
Wow, and then
Correct.
200 for second, money back for third.
And still
That is
$50
fire.
a week if you get the highest score.
Yeah, high
So-
score, still $50 a week. That is absolute fire.
And going through to the second last round of the year as well. So we won't be paying out the $50 a week during the buy rounds because so many people have people missing,
smart.
so it's probably not fair. But yeah, pretty juicy prize pool at the end of it all.
$600, if you back yourself to get it, I can't believe that. $600.
that'd be
We
nice.
we make nothing doing this. We make fucking.
And we're giving one of you like 600.
Probably put about 25 hours a week into doing this for free, and we're giving away $600.
You've earned it. To be in our SuperCoach league, you deserve your 600. We're going to make a SuperCoach team next year, Das. I need that 600.
Yeah, I need something.
We need this.
We need this. So, obviously, unbelievable prizes. Now, pricey. Do you have something else for us?
Yeah, so we've got the first introduction of studs and duds.
Duds and duds.
All right,
Studs
starting
and
from the back line, we're going to start with the Ken McGregors, the studs of the league. So we got Nick Dacos, 135.2 ranking points, number 2 rated over the whole comp, and then Jordan Dawson, who's number 5. So he's dominating. He's been really good since he's been skipper. In the midfield, we got the Bont and Clayton Oliver at 3 and 4 respectively. They're just churning out the points this year and have been really good for coaches that got them in early. Forwards, Taranto and Jeremy Cameron rated at number 9 and 10 respectively. And then the big pale man, Tim English, the number 1 rated player in the game. Geez, I didn't have him at the start, but I've got him now because he's let me down in the past. But he is dominating, and I reckon he's got to be in the pyramid soon as well.
The translucent crayfish. Morgs' favourite player in the league, Tim English is. So it's good to see he's the number 1 SuperCoach player.
He looks a little bit more aggressive this year compared to yesteryears, so get on him. And then the duds, the Josh Bootsmers of the SuperCoach fraternity.
Hey, he was all right when he came on at Carlton.
I don't know if he would have scored too many points, but
We're talking SuperCoach here.
not with his ex-wife anyway. So a couple of underperforming premiums. So Sam Doherty, I had him in my team at the start of the year. He's rated 44th overall in defence and 125th overall. So higher rated for the Blues are Mitch McGovern and transfer your money to a Nigerian prince, Jacob Wiedering. Oh my Lord. Like, how on earth is Sam Doherty going worse than them? In the midfield, Andrew Brayshaw, so he's 87th overall. He's down about 100K. And the luggage, Hugh McCluggage, he's 207th overall. So he's gone from being in the very good SuperCoach performer. And Lockie Hunter's rated higher than him. So work that out. Best rookie, Harry Sheasel, he's 44th overall. Takes kick-outs and he's absolutely dominating. So that's a wrap on SuperCoach so far.
Let's go.
This feels like a Daniel Hoyne sort of.
Yeah, I know, this is the numbers.
Just giving us the wraps. Who are we looking for this week? I don't even know if this is real. You can bet on Ladbrokes on SuperCoach points, can't you?
AFL fantasy points.
Oh, I was going to say you could rig up a big multi for us, but mate, that is unbelievable insight. Well done.
Thank you, Frank. Good to have you on.
$600, you reckon? Fuck, I don't know why we didn't make a SuperCoach team. All right, let's get into it, boys. The 100K multi. This is where the cream rises to the top. We absolutely love this multi, Jev. Brisbane versus Fremantle. Anything in this contest for us?
Nah, nothing in the 100K. I do like Cam Rayner for 15 and 1. 15 pays $1.67. He's had 15 in every game this season, and 1 goal pays $1.28. Since that halfback experiment failed, he's gone forward. He's kicked a goal in every game of his 4 weeks forward. It's not in the 100K, but look in other places. Cam Rayner 15 and 1 could be a good same game multi for that league. That's it. Pring.
Nah, nothing from me. Stay away from that game.
I only got the one leg in this, boys, but just wanted to cap off. We'll start by saying Brisbane boys head-to-head have won 15 of their last 16 day games at home. The only one they lost was against Essendon the other year. Remember when they came back and won that? But, boys, we have got Charlie Cameron, one of the most informed players in the AFL for 2 goals. Want to hear his last 6 games against Fremantle? 3-2, 3-4, 3-3. 18 goals in 6 matches. He's averaging 3 a game, boys. They're giving us $1.45 for 2 snags. He's going to kick us off in the multi. Charlie Cameron, get the motorbike out, boys. We absolutely love this leg.
He's back in the pyramid after 3 of the best fucking weeks.
Well deserved. They're going to go for him. I still think that Brisbane will be the most high-scoring team in the AFL this year when it comes to it. They are going to be flat track bullies. They're going to absolutely get it done against Fremantle, who fucking suck. Next game, Jev. Sydney versus GWS. Let's go.
Lance Buddy Franklin, the greatest player I've ever seen, for 2 at $1.92. For 10 years playing for the Swans, he has tortured GWS, boys. He's averaged 3 a game over the 18 meetings he's played against him. Sam Taylor, the best one-on-one defender in the comp, has done his hammy. He's also kicked multiple goals 2 of his 3 games for the season he's played. He's back from a spell in the paddock. Bud for $2 for 2 goals is an absolute lock. Let's get this 100K on a roll. Bud kicks 2 for sure. Pring.
Nice. I got Josh Kelly for $25, $1.45 he's paying, and he's averaging close to 30 possessions a game. So, yeah, I don't think Swans midfield's going that good, and GWS seem to be getting a fair few licks of the ice cream. So, yeah, I reckon 25 for him.
I'll just leave those 2 legs for you boys. Now, I do have a little leg for Here Comes the Money, so who knows if this is actually going to hit, but I love this one, Jev. So, a bit of juice coming straight after this.
Let's go.
Next game, Bulldogs and the Hawks. Jev, who do you like?
I've got to go Marcus Bontempelli for 25 touches. The odds are just too good. $1.64 for 25 touches. How good a form is this bloke in?
He's so good at the moment.
How good a form is this bloke in? It's his 200th. Some people are saying he is the best bulldog of all time. Pre, would you say he's the best dog of all time?
Yeah, he's certainly up there.
25 should be easy work. He's averaging 26 for the year. He was best on ground, 3 Brownlow votes for 30 last week against Freo. This should be a lock. Bontempelli for 25 at $1.64, 100K. Let's go. Pring.
I've got Cody No Jocks Waitman for 2 sausages.
I did see his snag come out. Did you see that? Absolute just banger.
See the video of him on the Bulldogs media about what he packs before a game, and they're like, "Where's the jocks, mate?" It was unbelievable. That's great. But he's $1.84. They're playing against the Hawks. I reckon he gets after him. So got that in the multi.
I've got a short leg here, boys. Bailey Smith back in the side, Jev. Only for 20 touches. He's close to being a Hall of Fame player under the lid. Honestly, you got him, Peter Wright, and Coventry. Honestly, those 3 under the lid. They're different players, boys. So he's probably going to get 25 to 30, but we've only got him in for 20. Remember, we like to start short, like to start thin, and we like to fatten up as we get towards into the later legs. Now, Jev, I know you like something in this next game. Melbourne versus North Melbourne. This could be a bloodbath. The 2 primetime games on Saturday night, they're shockers, Jev.
Yeah, absolute shockers. I'm going to take Jacob Van Rooyen for 2 goals at $1.74. Bit of juice in this. I fucking love the look of this bloke. He took over in the last quarter against the Tigers on Monday night in the Anzac Eve game. 4 kicks, 3 marks, 3 goals, 1 in a quarter. He absolutely dominated them.
Bit of swagger about him as well.
Yeah, he's got a bit of swag, he's got a bit of confidence. He gets the chest out. He's 100% kicking 2 on North Melbourne on the G. Like, I reckon this is an absolute lock. $1.74 is so juicy. And then one more. Clayton Oliver for 30 at $1.39. Top 3 player in the comp. I always say he's the best player in the comp, but I put Jez Cameron up there. But top 3 player in the comp. He's had 31, 41, and 34 his last 3 weeks, and he's about to put North in the torture chamber on the G. This is a lock. He had 45 against them last year.
Ridiculous.
Take him for 30. Don't overthink it. He just gets it. He's a stud. Frank.
Nah, nothing from me. No LDU, no betting for me.
Yeah. Right.
Now, Jev, no LDU, so I'm taking Petrarca. We know we like to take these 2. 25 touches, Jev, at $1.43. So last year under the lead, he had 30. I just got some stats for you, boys, from other midfields, what they've done to North Melbourne so far. Anderson and Weller, they put 56 touches together. Neil Dunkley and Ashcroft had 85. Will Day, Ward and Moore had 82. Sarong and Brayshaw put 60 between them. Shuey, Sheed and Gaff had 75.
God.
Last year, the 2 boys had 75 touches. We've got them for 25 and 30. This should be an absolute massacre. We love these legs, and so should you. They are in the 100K. Next game, boys, over West. West Coast versus Carlton. Blues need to bounce back here.
Yeah, nothing for me. I can't trust any leg from either of these 2 teams. Pring.
I got Tim Kelly for 25. He's averaging 30. He's in the form of his life. Better than what he was at Geelong. They're just shit. So that's why nobody's really talking about him, but he's having a banging year.
I love that, boys. I'm gonna have to take my man. I'm gonna have to take the man up forward until he stops kicking goals. Let me go through some forwards and what they've done against West Coast. Larky Jev kicked 7. Toby Green and Hogan had 7 between them. Mickey Walters kicked 4 on them. Tom McDonald and Fritsch had 7 between them. Hawkins and Cameron had 8 between them, and Finlayson had 5 last week. What do you reckon Charlie's gonna do? You don't reckon Charlie can get 3? This is my lock of the week, boys. Absolute BS if you don't reckon this is gonna hit. Have a guess how much you reckon this is. This should be $1. $1.43, Jeff.
Let's go.
This is unbelievable pricing point. Last year, boys, he had 5. Harry had 5. You better believe he's going to kick 3 and trying to extend into that Coleman lead, even though he's a few behind Jeremy Cameron. We absolutely love this leg, boys.
Yes.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice.
You reckon all those goals have been kicked on Barras as well, don't you?
Yeah, I think he's a reverse Coleman. I know you said Bolter. I'm going to have to go back and watch some tape. I think Barras. I think he's had a few kicked on him, the boy. Next game, boys, Essendon and Geelong.
Nick Martin anytime at $1.61. How this is $1.61 when his last 5 games he's kicked 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. He's an absolute lock for a goal every week, and we're going to cash in. He also debuted round 1 against the Cats last year on the G. He had 27 and 5 on him. So I reckon he just kicks 1. He does it every week. He kicks 1, and $1.61 is such good value for our 100k multi. Pring.
I'm taking the big Tomahawk to $1.43. Last 3 weeks, he's gone 2, 4, and 5. Laverde's out with an AC joint.
Oh, no.
Good luck to Jerk Thatcher. He's not getting any of the Hawk on the weekend.
Zerk Thatchy. Now, boys, I'm going to have to go the skipper. Paddy Dangerfield, boys. 20 touches.
He's back.
$1.29. This is my other lock of the week, boys. Did you see him last week against the Swans? I know you did.
Yeah, don't worry,
I know you did. He had 31. And have a guess what he had last year against the Bombers? 31 and a snag. Who's going with him? Who's going with him? Merritt doesn't tag. Parrish doesn't tag. He's going to perish in this game. I'll tell you what, boys. This is my second lock of the week. I'm telling you, Paddy Dangerfield for 20 touches. $1.29, boys.
Let's go.
This is criminal. This is simple money. Don't overthink it. Next game, boys. Richmond and Gold Coast.
Noah Anderson, 25 touches for me at $1.41. Now that Took's injured, Noah Anderson is the number 1 big dog in that side. He's a very good player. In his last 3, he's had 28, 25, and 38. I love this leg. He's on fire. 25 at $1.41 should be easy work for their number 1 mid now. So everyone gets a lick against the Tigers, under the lid, in the warehouse, they like to call it. Noah Anderson should get there, Pring.
I'm taking Taranto for 25. He hasn't been under that once this year. That's paying $1.25. And then Rewalt for 2. So he's kicked 2, 2, 4, and 4. He's in form. No Tom Lynch. They got to kick. Somebody's got to kick the goals.
How much is he paying for 2? Is he still near $2?
$1.37.
Oh yeah, he's come right in.
It's
But he's been really juicy this year, hasn't he, Jeff?
He's $2 like 3
He's
weeks
just a
ago.
good kick of footy as well. So
He's a genius forward.
Professional forward.
Just professional.
Now, boys, I love those leagues. I won't be taking anything in this game. Now, the last game of the round, we've actually got a few players out, unfortunately. Pendlebury missing, a couple others, but this should be the game of the round. But Adelaide, Collingwood, Jev, any leagues for you?
Yes, I'm going to start Steele side bottom, 20 touches at $1.55. This might be the find of the round. So he's had 30 and 25 his last 2 weeks. Then he had 12. Then he had 24 and 24 the weeks before that. So this is 4 of his last 5 weeks. He's had over 20 touches. And I'm going to $1.55. That is dynamite, that leg. So I'm excited for Steele. Am I going my other leg or hand it to Pring?
You go.
Darcy Fogarty for 2 goals at $1.64. He's played 4 games this year. He's kicked 2, 3, 5, and 3. Do any of them sound under 2 to you, Brycey?
No.
No, they don't. He's the best set shot in the AFL as well, I reckon. He is a dead-eye dick. He absolutely loves it on Adelaide Oval. The last 2 times he's played Collingwood, he's kicked 2 and 2. I love Darcy Fogarty to kick 2 in this game. Pring.
I'm taking the Wizard, Isaac Rankin for 2. He's been down a little bit lately, but I reckon he's just he's a big game player. They're playing the Pies. He wants to get it done. And do you got anything in this one?
I do. Boys, I've got Jordan to go for 20 and a goal. He's definitely in that squad at the moment. He's averaging 24 disposals and 1 goal, 1. He could easily pop up at any stage and kick 2 or 3. Looks very dangerous in front of goal. He's actually been a little bit wasteful in front of goal this year, but look for him to obviously continue on in the middle. Like, you probably didn't even realise on the weekend with everyone else getting touches, he had 28 and 2.
He was unbelievable.
Like, he had 28 and 2, but just still played unbelievable. Nick Dacos was out of this world. So he actually got looked under in that game, but absolutely love this leg. I believe that's 24, boys. We have one more leg. Did you have the leg?
No, it's not me. I think it's Coach. It's Frank.
I've got the one that's going to bring us home. So, what do the Pies do? They score like crazy, don't they?
Yes.
They kick a lot of points. They'll kick a lot of points on Sunday, and my boy Mitchy Hinge, he's going to be taking the kick outs, and you cheer that big fella home. 15, $1.35. You bloody beauty. That's 100K. That's what we're talking
We're going to have 100K riding on Mitch
100K on
Hinge,
Mitch
15
Hinge.
touches, and I fucking love it. He has had it every game. We looked up the
Come on,
stats.
Hinge.
Mitchy Hinge. I wouldn't know him if he popped up in my cereal. Honestly, what number does he wear for the Crows?
I don't know.
Who are we looking out for? Who is Mitch Hinge?
I shook his hand at the AFL Grand Final. I just know him by face value. He's one of the greats.
Mitch Hinge. This
All right,
is
give us the
unbelievable.
give us the
I'm getting the
multi-dust.
multi. I can't get it up on my laptop because it's absolutely cooked. But here we go, boys. Hey, we actually really like this one because we've actually put a flat 10 on this, Jeff.
Yeah, just a flat
To
10.
get $104,743.48. Here we go. Charlie Cameron for 2 snags. We've got Buddy for 2 and Josh Kelly for 25. Then we've got Cody No Jocks Waitman for 2, Bailey Smith for 20, and Bond under the lid in his 200th for 25. We've got Jacob Van Duke Ruin for 2, Christian Petrarca for 25, and Oliver for 30. Charlie Curnow for 3, Tim Kelly for 25, Paddy Dangerfield to absolutely piece up the Bombers with 20, Nick Martin for a goal, Tom Hawkins for 2 snags, Kyle Langford for a snag, Tim Taranto 25, Noah Anderson 25, Jack Rewalt 2. Then we got DeGoey for 20 and a snag. We also have Steel Sidebottom for 20, Darcy Fogarty for 2, Isaac Rankin for 2, and our man Mitch Hinge for 15 touches to wrap up the 100K multi, boys. Mitch Hinge. Mitch Hinge.
Let's go. Hey, on our Patreon and Discord, the single same game multi link is on that, and then it all adds up to the 100K multi. You just click the link straight in your bet slip. You can put it on. We could finally put it on where we don't have to send you videos or tell you the legs, or you got a screenshot or follow this. You can finally just click buttons to put it on, basically, on the Patreon. Link is in our bio on the Instagram.
Although we do like talking to you guys, but this just makes it a lot easier for all of us. Hey, great show. Frankencoach, thank you very much.
Cheers,
Absolutely
boys.
can't
Pleasure.
wait for the Mitch Hinge to get up.
Mitch Hinge. Here comes the money coming up right now. Are we swapping seats, Dust? Do you need a better seat?
Oh, I need a blanket. Blues by 68.
Cats by
48.
Swans by like 4 points. We're not that good.
Chili, baby back ribs.
Ribs.
Arriba. Rabs.